Um,
Stallmate thing.
yes.
Oh, your beer's coming in.
I saw it. Yeah, I know. Look at that. Look, it's growing.
Holy cow! That's the most hair I've ever seen you with
I know.
on your face. Yeah.
I saw a photo, or I was editing a video from a few weeks ago where I still hadn't even started growing it, and I've at this point gotten used to it. So I was like, "Whoa, I look so different. Didn't have a beard." Good kitty. Chad with a beard is weird to me.
Chad with a beard is weird. Let's see.
Chad with a beard is weird. Chad with a beard is weird. Hey, Jack.
Wow, with this version.
We're starting a zoo.
You're starting a zoo?
Yeah, got one cat, got two cats. We just need a dog up in here. Oh, down to one, down to none.
Okay. Okay. No. All right.
Uh-oh. Let me see what's up with Twitch. La-di-da-da. Huh? It's back. Cool. Explain the beard, please, says Becky.
Explain beer?
No, beard.
Oh, the beard. Oh. Okay.
What is up with your beard? Just growing it out. Seeing how it looks. You know. Just trying something new. I like beer. I drank beer. When I die and I come back as a dog, what breed would I be?
That's Captain Jay's favorite question.
A mutt.
A mutt. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
I hope to be Charlie. Charlie's a cool mutt. An action figure. The temperature here is 54, but the temperature there for you, Dick, is like
12.
No
Last
thanks.
night it was 4.
No thanks.
Yeah, it was. Well, Chicago, I believe the actual temperature was 17 below. And the real feel was like 34 below. So.
Yikes.
No,
Did you see
this is
it
ridiculous.
was sleeting hailing in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah, all my old LA friends, I must have gotten like 100 Twitter, like the same tweet. Can you believe it? Look what it's doing in LA.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, everyone was freaking out. Yeah, I mean, I assume it's going to hit Texas eventually. I just assume it's not here, the cold front.
Oh, Becky said it was 2 last night there.
Blech.
Yeah, it ain't fun.
Nope. Oh, never. Maybe. It looks like maybe Thursday it'll hit us. It's today is 54. Tomorrow's 65. Then 66. 73. 79. It'll almost be 80 degrees.
You ain't
Monday.
getting it.
No.
You ain't
Tuesday,
getting it.
Wednesday, but then on Thursday next week, so a week from today, it's supposed to be 48. And that's as far as the forecast goes.
Yeah. Well, next Wednesday in the city, it's supposed to be 50. It's just bizarre.
Yeah. I used to have a boss. Every time it did that, or it was like, whoo, 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 he goes, "This is how people get sick. This is how people get sick."
Oh, it's only 32 in Switzerland, right?
Nick with a C. What are these numbers? I'm from the rest of the world. Your Fahrenheit doesn't make sense. Well, the temperature is one of those things that's real hard to acclimate yourself to. I feel like I can do distance pretty okay, but the moment things go into Celsius, I'm like, I have no idea.
Me too.
I know 0 is 32, so I hear 0 Celsius. I'm like, yeah, that's cold. That's cold.
All right, but that's a start.
Yeah. But then 100 is boiling in Celsius, so that's where
so it's 212, yeah.
Yeah, it gets complicated
easy.
kind of fast. It's like, I don't know.
Knots to miles isn't easy either. It's 1 1/5. A knot is 1 1/5 of a mile.
Oh my gosh. I think that if we switch from miles to kilometers and inches to, meters, centimeters, millimeters, I think I'd be okay. I think I could figure that out pretty okay. Same thing even with liters. I think I would figure out liters to gallons fairly quickly. But degrees and temperature is really something you have to feel, which takes a lot of time. Like,
1 sec.
No problem. Yeah, knots are very odd.
Dennis likes your beard.
Oh, thanks! Oh, good. Yay. It still has some growing to do, for sure. And
yeah,
he
just came running in. Tell Chad I like his beard.
Oh, good. Oh, that means a lot. Oh, thanks.
Magic marker.
Exactly. I need an eyebrow pencil on my beard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should send you the glasses.
Yeah.
That you can put on your own. What were they called? The makeup glasses.
Oh, those. I thought you were talking about the sunglasses that had the mustache.
Yeah, the thing so that you can do one eye at a time. Oh, yeah.
See, that's a little patchy. So after it grows in a little bit more,
right,
I'm probably going to take that out or something.
Okay. Airbrush.
I'm sure they make something. Just use spirit gum and horse hair.
Cat hair.
Cat hair. There you go.
You must have tons of cat hair
I do.
around.
And I'll just go over to my Roomba when it's finished.
Yeah,
pull out the bin.
There you go.
Done.
There you go.
Freedom degrees. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I want no hard feelings if people like clean shaven. No hard feelings at all.
Well, I ain't shaving mine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is once you get a look down, I think that's the biggest difficulty for me is I have the look. It's the red hair, clean shaven look.
Yeah. What would my logo be without my mustache?
I know.
Just going to be a head with 2 eyes.
Yeah.
We could go, actually.
Yeah, we can do it. Here we go. More. This is the last of our gadgets?
This is going to be the last full CES thing. Next week we're going to we'll still be doing CES gadgets, but your crappy corner will be back.
Perfect. Where's that? There it is. And we're recording. Here we go in 3, 2. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, this is the last dedicated CES only show. It's the end of January, so February's coming up with a new crappy corner. We do have a great gadget warehouse and a nice letter from you guys all next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the gadget provocateur, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D? I don't even know what that word means.
I'm doing fine.
I don't know the definition of that word. I hope that's not a bad thing.
No, that sounds good. No, what was it again?
Provocateur. Like you're provocative.
Yeah, I'm that.
Sure.
I think it's some sort of a MC kind of thing, a leader.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Someone send us a letter. Let us know what that word means. To provoke. You provoke gadgets. You make them.
Yeah, I'm provoking. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah.
And wearing 8 layers of clothes. It was 4 here last night. Gosh. And now it's 11. We're in double digits here.
Oh my gosh. So for those in Celsius degrees, I think that's like negative. It's negative something. It's below freezing.
Oh, it's negative 4 million, I think.
Yeah, and that's in
But I don't know. I could be off a couple of degrees.
Just a few degrees.
There.
Yeah. So here in Dallas, it's not quite nearly that cold, but I feel bad. I feel bad for you. My God.
Well, Chicago, I believe it was like 10 below actual, and the wind chill was like 30 below. I don't like this weather.
No.
It's easier when it's hot. I think it's easier when it's hot to get cool.
Oh, yeah.
Than when it's freezing to get hot.
Well, it's also like moving from one place to another when it's hot is not comfortable, but it's okay if you have to walk outside from one spot to another. And coldness is just like painful. I don't like it at all. And so yeah, I don't like that. I mean, obviously either of them extended amounts of time are just horrible.
Yes,
Heat
yes, exactly.
can, it could kill you pretty quick. I was so can coldness, but heat might be the worst if you just have to stand in a long line outside. But day to day, I prefer the heat if I'm not stuck in a horrible situation.
Yeah, me too. Because you're not supposed to have the oven on, but I do have the oven on. And the first time I ever used the universal power supply, I've had it like 10 years, and like 2 months ago the battery went dead, and I looked up, and the replacement battery is $70, and I thought,
just get a new one.
I haven't used that much. Should I finally bought a replacement battery, and then the other day I was doing a radio show. I had 2 electric heaters on, and about 5 minutes from the end, suddenly everything went out, except fortunately it was radio, and my computer stayed on, the monitor stayed on, the mic stayed on, because I had them all plugged into the UPS, and I thought, finally,
finally it worked. I have that same situation, but the one thing that's not on the uninterruptible power supply is the internet. So power goes down. The computer stays on. The internet instantly dies.
I have the router plugged into
smart.
it. Yeah, I have the router, the mic, the monitor, and the computer that I use. So. And the fact that it was radio, it just stayed on longer because I didn't have to be using the internet as much. Anyway, I sent you a photo,
right?
And I did not see this at CES, but I had the press release on it, and I thought this was a great idea. So tell me what you think of this.
Okay, so I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it says
so that's good. So this a teacher invented this, and it would be great at CES. It goes on the bathroom. It's not for you to buy for your home.
Okay.
It's for a commercial place like the convention center. And when you lock the door, there's a pocket there. See with the word stall?
Yeah.
That's hollow between stall and where they have all that other written, and it's for you to stand your phone in.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you leave the bathroom stall, you will not forget your phone. And they told me also it's big enough that you could drop your wallet in there. And it's just a way, I heard it twice at CES. Nothing worse than hearing a phone hit tile.
Oh, yeah. And then also in the bathroom, you're like, I don't even want to put this on my face anymore. This is disgusting.
Yes, exactly. Or according to the company, 19% of people who keep using the phone in a public restroom end up dropping it in the toilet. So
That's some crazy statistics. I wonder how they
yes,
got those.
exactly. So this they hope to sell to companies and restaurants.
So if I
As
was
a-
to guess, if you had said, what the heck is it? I would have assumed this was some microtransaction device that you have to spend like 99 cents to get out of the stall.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Scan this
That's
QR code.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Here's a microtransaction.
That's a great idea. Right.
And now you can leave the stall.
Oh, that's a great idea. Perfect.
That
Well,
would, yeah.
yeah, I didn't think the marketing. I don't think people would like us too much if we marketed it that way. But that's a good idea.
No.
But anyway, if you own a restaurant or a convention center, the name of the company that's making that is called Stallmate.
Stallmate. Very cool.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope that it also helps not break those silly little latches, because that's the worst, is when you get into a stall and the latch doesn't even function. So you're like keeping one hand up against the stall.
Yes.
You know, so stalls. So when I went to Sweden, all their bathrooms are like real rooms. Like even if it's like a bathroom, most of them are all gender neutral, and there's just a water closet and you just go in and there's like two of them or whatever. But whenever we did the Minecon, people from Sweden came over and they were flabbergasted at our stalls, and they were like, why do they do that? Do you think they do that so that people, like, if they're at work, you know, they could see that they're not using the bathroom, they're using their phone in the stall? Like, they were so confused why we didn't have real walls in our stalls, and why they were just flimsy pieces of metal with huge gaps in between them. They were like, they didn't understand why we would live like that. Like, why on earth would we have such crummy stalls in all of our bathrooms? They're like, is this to make sure
well,
that
we do. Well, we do. And after they get older, then they don't lock, because all the stalls start leaning one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So one stall, the bar that goes across, doesn't reach the connecting part. So as you said, the door just swings open. And in other stalls, the door can't close because it hits the metal. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, even just looking at this photo, they would have just been like horrified. There's that gap right there. Why is that not? Why is this not a real door? Like things like that we just totally take for granted in a bad way.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, yeah, that's just how bathroom stalls are. Whatever. Yeah,
that's all we are good for.
Now, we were walking in New York, and there was I listened to a 45-minute conversation about how messed up it was and why we had them that way. They were coming up with all these theories.
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
we're just cheap. We just cheap stall, whatever.
Cheap way.
Yep. Okay, well, this is the last fully dedicated week to CES. We'll still have some CES gadgets coming at you in the next month, but this is the last one where we're only going to focus on CES. Chad's Crappy Corner will come back next week, so if you're a Patreon, check out the poll to choose the Crappy Corner theme. So I guess let's jump into it.
Yeah, let's jump in. And the interesting thing is we shot some stuff together, and then we went off separately. I went off with Larry Gerson, who shot my video. So the first thing you're talking about, I know nothing about.
Yeah.
So I'm anxious to see your video, and it's called Vadar Radar.
Vadar. It is a play on words for radar. And the idea is that this can be used in situations where you don't want a camera to be seeing what's going on in a room, but you still need some type of intelligence to understand what's happening. So I'll just let the video explain it.
Oh, okay,
we
great,
do
great.
get a little bit into theory and then also the product. So there is a product that is being used, and I think I do a good job explaining it in the video, but just know that we're getting into theory and also a real product. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey guys, Chad, and we're here at CES PepCom. I'm here with Ben in front of Vadar, right? Okay, awesome. So tell me a little bit about, it looks like this is some type of like pocket radar system.
Yeah, this is 3D imaging, and I describe it to people as for 200 years, cameras showed you the world that you can see.
Yes.
And now we can show you the world that you can't see. Right. So our sensor technology looks into objects and through objects. And we started as a company wanting to help with cancer research to identify cancer cells in human flesh. And from there, basically the technology moved to retail so that retailers can track customers in their stores, to autonomous vehicles. And all of it basically is no cameras, no wearables. So basically there is no reason not to just use it.
Install it, right, exactly. Once you've installed it, it works.
Absolutely.
So what's the like resolution that it has?
So the resolution is based, like you can see, it's all to do with tracking you as a person. And what we're looking for is in cars, whether or not you're falling asleep. We hope not, that someone may have left a pet or a kid in the back of the car. This is a bathroom product that we've got for elderly. So basically, an elderly person doesn't want a wearable in the bath, and they don't want a camera in the bathroom. So basically, our technology you put it on the wall, and it tracks the whole environment, and it notices if someone has fallen. And if someone has fallen, it will talk to you and say, "Did you fall?" If you don't answer or you say yes, it basically calls someone. And once that person, you can have a two-way conversation with that person and tell them what your situation is. It can move on, and in later iterations this year, it can monitor your breathing and other type of activities. Breathing, I've been told, is a really important part of someone's life.
You know, I was just thinking that today. You know, if I stop breathing, it might not go so great for me. Absolutely. So it sounds like the use cases are really anytime you don't want a camera, but also you need that information of depth and motion.
Absolutely.
And so what would like a home consumer, like you mentioned the elderly bathroom situation, is there anything else that a home consumer might use it for?
Absolutely. We've got a DIY product that can see through the walls. So once you scan the walls, it basically will stop you killing yourself for drilling into wires, or ruining your home for drilling into pipes, or you haven't drilled into the right piece of wood, a stud, and that beautiful TV you've just bought is going to fall on the floor and worst case kill someone, best case actually just break. So our product allows you to see where you're drilling, and actually plenty of other stuff. Robots that won't kill you in the workplace, that they won't swing. The technology will stop it once it senses a human being is within range.
So how far away and how close up, like what distance will it see?
So it depends a little bit on the size of the unit. Pretty much this unit will see probably around to the end of the space over there, so 10 meters or so, and bigger units will see bigger, and smaller units a little bit smaller. The aim is, for example, in the home, where we hope to get to, is it's a little bit like a Wi-Fi router, and then you've got smaller boosters putting in different places. That's what we hope to implement this year.
And is this product available now for consumers?
Absolutely. This product, Wallabot Home, is available for you to put in your parents' bathroom. It's really, really simple. It will be a gadget that mum and dad will not be frightened of, and it won't make them feel old. And we think that that's a really important thing. One of the concepts that we've got is that someone should be able to age with dignity. And the moment that you give them a wearable, it's like giving them a tattoo that says, I'm old, I'm infirm, I need to be looked after, and old people don't want that. So we hope that our product will allow people to age with dignity.
Perfect. Okay, so and just so I understand everything, we kind of went from concept to product. The product that you mentioned before, of a product in the bathroom that would monitor a person if they fell, is this product right here. And does it, so what use case, would they talk to it, or would they, because you mentioned that, so it would notice the issue and then say something?
Like you've seen here with the posture tracking. So if you're sitting, it will see you're sitting. If you fall, it will see that you fall. It will then say, have you fallen? Is everything okay? And depending on whether you respond no, or you say help, or you don't respond at all, it will make that call to your carer, and basically it will allow you to have a two-way conversation with it through the loudspeakers on there.
And what's MSRP?
So it's $149.99 with a $4.99 per month service charge.
And then where can people find more?
It's available on the web at wallabot.com.
Wallabot.com. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you so much.
Okay, there you go. I will admit, and the chat room is kind of saying this too, is the demo was not super great. It was mostly a talking
The one
demo.
thing of the 4 people, you could see there were 4 people, but I could not see when you were doing your hand. It looked like a blob was moving around.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of my first question was, what's the resolution? And the answer wasn't like, I was like, is it like a 1080p depth map? Like, what's going on here? So he didn't really answer that all that great. But here it is. This is it, Wallabot, and
the price is okay. But what was the monthly charge?
That was $4.99 a month.
Oh, I thought he said $14.99. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I actually have not seen this video, but it is true that you put a wrist device on someone, they might kind of feel like, oh man, now I am old now. Oh my gosh. And so this is, just sits on the corner, sits on the wall. You would basically forget about it. It's not an actual camera in the bathroom.
But it has a mic in it.
But it has a mic and speaker, and it looked like it had a little touch screen to connect to Wi-Fi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is one of those products that I would want to give to a third party and test it out and see, does it really work? What if
because if it's on one wall in the shower stall,
that's exactly what I was just thinking. It's like if it's on the wall that it showed in that video, and I fell between the sink and the device, if the sink was blocking the view of myself, would it notice me?
Yeah.
That sort of question.
I know. It would say, hey, I heard someone fall. Was that you? I can't see you.
I can't see around this sink here. Are you down there? Exactly. And also things like pets. If my pet comes in the room and lays down to take a nap while I'm in the shower, would it there's all sorts of questions that I have about it's artificial intelligence, basically. So, one day. The other thing is this could be, I could see this being used for security. I could see it being used to even just count people. There's a whole industry around counting people that walk through the door. If Disney, instead of having those little stanchions, just could put these in the ceiling, and as you walk through, it says, okay, that person walked through, that person walked through, oh, that person's leaving. I could see that this would be another thing. It's basically, small radar definitely has a use case in normal Internet of Things devices. It may just be that this is not the one yet. It also all depends on how smart it is and if it does it correctly. So there you go.
And also, if you don't have a lot of money and you're interviewing a criminal, you could just see their outline on the. You could say, we have no camera. Just sit in front of this radar and talk, and then we'll just see this blurry image. It'll look so techy.
Exactly. Oh, weird. It says at the end of the video, it says no monthly fee, but then he said a fee. Okay. Well.
Okay. It's new. It's new.
We don't know.
They're feeling their way through.
Exactly. Okay.
Well,
you have the next product.
Yeah, Larry and I went to a company that does car technology, and they had 2 things. One, we're using our video. So let's see that one first, and this is it. We're at IAU, Automotive Engineering, and has some really interesting things here. This is my favorite, and this is side window navigation. Where did Marcus go? This would be the side window, the passenger. Yep. And what can the passenger do while you're driving?
Yeah, the passenger can see through the window, and imagine you see a restaurant that is interesting for you, and then you can click on the restaurant and, for example, book a table, choose a date and a time, and how many persons, and then you can book a table, for example. The other thing is that you can see points of interest, and you think, oh, that's an interesting building, what is this about? And then you click on a building and you get information about what you see right through the window.
So the camera is actually looking at what you're passing and finding the information on it.
Yes, that's right.
Now, is this on a car now, or is that coming?
Unfortunately, it's not on a car now, it's coming. So in the next 2 or 3 years, it's possible in a car. Yeah.
It's just called side window navigation?
Side window entertainment.
Entertainment. Side window entertainment.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was highlighting and stuff, and I'm wondering how would that work if I'm sitting here versus sitting here? You know, like how can it know where my ear or eyes are? You don't hear a side window.
And also, it has to be. I guess the camera maybe is built into the bottom of the side window,
right?
Or drill a hole through the side of the car. I don't know about that. But I like the idea that when you go by a building, you can just, oh, that's weird. What is it? Just hit the window and it would say what it is. It's a little weird that you'd be driving down the block.
In fact, it's an endangered sparrow that just hit the window. No, I'm just kidding.
Although I don't think you'd be driving down the block and say, oh, I think I'm going to book that restaurant.
Right, exactly.
Wouldn't you rather see a menu first?
I'd rather pull out Yelp. What are the reviews? But for sightseeing, that might be cool. Or it might say, hey, the crime rate here is really high. Don't get out of the car. That'd be a real bad idea.
That would be good.
Yeah.
So now the second thing is so in the future that I almost think it's laughable. But let's take a look at what their concept of having your car taken care of in the future will be like.
Okay. This might be the concept show. I'm not sure yet. The first two gadgets feel a little.
Yes, I know. Yeah, so we're all doing. Let's see. The next thing is the piggy bank. It is things.
That's
in the
pretty
future.
concept. I'm gonna not. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'll be a little harsh on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the fourth gadget is actually a real one. So anyway,
it really is. But this is will taking care of your car ever be like this?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so his phone recognizes his face.
Okay.
Unlocks the car.
Okay. I mean, my Tesla already does that. Except it doesn't.
Issue of the cooling circuit was discovered. Consulting Service Cloud for further information.
So his car said that
there was too low. This issue is not critical.
Now this is where it gets good.
Self-diagnosed.
Your smartphone app to confirm your service appointment.
Okay, coolant level low. So it says
you want to confirm this appointment. Now the car takes off by itself.
So the car leaves
alone, and it drives to
the workshop. A guy with Google, or not Google Glass. That's Microsoft's shoot, I forget which one that is. HoloLens. That's Microsoft HoloLens.
So and now the serviceman just brings over a virtual machine.
Now this I feel like would be real. Could you imagine? You don't have to train your employees. You do it live with HoloLens.
Yes. Now listen. Now they send him the estimate.
Yeah.
And say, should we fix it now? It's $108. Meanwhile, someone else is checking the rest of the car and it says your mirror's cracked. We can replace that. That's $190. Would you like us to do that? And you say yes and no, and they do all that.
They go, we just ran over a child. Would you like to pay for the health benefits?
And now it says, okay, your car is on your way back to you, and I assume it'll know where to park.
Yeah.
So do you ever think it'll come to that?
Yes and no. Not yet. I don't. So, I feel like driverless cars are going to become a thing. Tesla is already. It depends on on who you believe when how close Tesla is to doing this. They have Autopilot 3 coming out, and so they say that with their cars and their hardware, it'll be able to do autonomous driving and this sort of thing where it leaves you and it goes find a parking space. So far, it hasn't been described that it would like leave you, get on the highway, go to a Tesla service center, and then get it self-serviced. But
you know, that's kind of depend on where you live, right? Like you have a driveway, and I could conceive that your car could go somewhere and get fixed and come back, but that's never going to happen in New York City,
right?
I mean,
maybe. I don't know.
10 million people driving crazy, and old ladies with shopping carts and kids on skates where they shouldn't be.
Like Waymo is the company that's the best at this right now, and that's the Google self-driving car company. The thing is that those cars require LiDAR on them, and so they have these big spinning cans on the top and on the sides and stuff, so it can see. And also the hardware, you can't really do any of this in the cloud, because if you lose your connection to the cloud, all of a sudden you're driving 60 miles an hour on the highway. So these cars have like supercomputers built into them with mesh networks and stuff to be able to detect everything. And Waymo even has a video where there's a child playing with a ball, and the ball goes into the street, and the car stops, you know, because it can detect all that sort of stuff, and it knows what's going on. So I think that it could happen. Whether or not there is a market for it soon is the big question, because that sort of hardware, just to be put in the car, is crazy expensive right now. So maybe in 5 years, when that stuff gets moved down to smaller sizes, more efficient, hardware is less intrusive, that sort of stuff, maybe. You might have to buy a whole brand new car in order for something like that to happen. And so coming up with this video's realization of the future isn't too far away, because if your car's already driving itself, it could leave you behind and drive in and get itself repaired. And then I could see an app situation where they send you an update over the app that says, it looks like your service is going to be this much.
Okay.
So I would put this on the scale of like 0, not possible, 10, it's going to happen in 2 years. I'd put it at like a 3.
Okay.
3 or 4.
Okay. They were showing something else, and when the guy said the video is on the website, I thought it was going to be the interim thing, which he said is up and running. Something happens like the radio stops or your entertainment system stops. You call a 24/7 service center and explain the thing, and they tell you to pull over to the side and to hold your phone up over the engine, and then they send you a hologram, and you move it around your engine until the hologram locks into place. And then the guy says, "See that arrow pointing? Go there."
Oh my gosh.
Now
that's pretty cool. Self-diagnose.
Exactly. And it says, now there's a black box. Open that black box and see that arrow pointing there. We think your entertainment system went out because this fuse is blown.
Got it.
Okay, now I assume
people can't follow instructions on YouTube. This isn't going anywhere. And the thing is it would have to be so specific per car, per model. I have tried to fix the fuse on my Honda Civic. Honda Civic sold tons of these cars. The year that they sold tons of those cars, it is so hard to find any tutorial, any instructions directly related to my model, my year of car.
Well, these guys would be sitting there alive.
So it'd be a repairman saying, "This is where I think it is."
Sitting there, sitting
that
there,
would make
saying,
much more sense.
"Oh, you have the so and so. So now we know what car you have and what." I'm sure when you call them, the information from your car is already in their computer. And the guy said, "Oh, you owe $870 on that, so we're not going to fix."
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
someone said that in the chat room. A repair costing under $200. This is
that
bogus.
was in the other video. That was in the other video.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I thought bringing the fluid up, the brake fluid up for $108, I thought that was high. But then fixing the mirror, $190, knowing that they probably had to replace half the door to do that, that sounded cheap. But anyway. Anyway, if you drive, there's a lot of neat stuff coming along.
Awesome, yeah. And I do think the HoloLens thing that
that guy was wearing
a guy, yeah, and help a guy diagnose with the hologram on the thing. I actually think that could be something, because I could really see companies, maybe not for regular cars, but for like say engines, like jet engines that cost $1 million a piece, that are very specifically engineered. I could really see like nuclear submarines. Okay, there's only like a few of those, so the engineering on that has to be so precise. You'd throw a HoloLens on someone and say, okay, you can repair it here. This bolt needs to be at this exact pressure. Once you get that, you move on, that sort of stuff. So, so anyway, I think that is actually something.
Coming along. Yeah. Well, with my engine, which was like $25,000,
yeah.
I said to the service guy, so what can I fix on this? And he said, nothing. He said, will you call a service guy? And they come down with a computer. And he said, there's a computer outlet under the cowling. And he plugs his computer in, and the engine tells him what's wrong and where the problem is, and they fixed it.
Perfect.
So it's not like the old days where you could say, "Oh, that belt fell off that thing." No more.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. The next thing is something else I don't know about. Is it Pigsby?
Pigsby. So I originally saw this, and it looked like a digital piggy bank. It turned out to be... Oh,
yes, I remember walking by that with you, and you said, I'll stay here and do this.
I'll go interview him. It turned out to be a little bit more complicated than I expected, and I just didn't have the heart to tell it to his face. So we'll talk a little bit more after the video plays.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Chad, Showstoppers 2019. I'm here with John and Pigsby. So I can see it's a adorable little pig, cute little LED face. But what does it do? What would people use it for?
Well, this is a child-friendly financial assistant. It's about teaching kids great money habits. So today the world is increasingly cashless. There's no notes, no coins. We're trying to recreate the piggy banking experience that we used to have, where parents rewarded great behaviors with, small amounts of monies that you'd store in your pig. That's not always possible today. So we're trying to make learning about money fun with Pigsby. So you've got a device, a connected app that lets parents create tasks, give allowances to children. They receive notifications on this really cool device. And there's a great app that kids can then visualize their savings in a really engaging way. So bank statements, very dry, very boring. You can see what's gone in and what comes out. Here, money is growing on trees as you kind of earn it. And actually pigs do fly. So, when a child completes a task, there's a cloud that they can use to kind of nourish and grow their money tree. So they've tidied their bedroom. They're going to earn 5 wallow, which is the token that Pigsby runs on. They can rain that down on their tree, and you'll see that the tree is going to grow with another branch on it that lets them kind of visualize, what they've earned in an engaging and a fun way. But the important thing here is it's teaching them how to value their time. So, for example, if you've tidied the dishes, tidied your room 5 times in a week, washed the dishes once, you can understand that some things are worth more than others. But also, if you're then going to buy something with that, well, how many times do I need to tidy my room? How many times do I need to do something? to kind of make that goal come true.
And so there's a direct link of effort to income sort of situation. Now, this isn't just that. Like the first time I saw it, I kind of imagined the parents would just kind of add fake money into the account. Like, oh yeah, this is your budget, and then I'll be spending the money. But it's not like that at all. This is real money that parents would have to load into the app or in that way.
Yeah. So. This uses real money, so real money is turned into Wallow, which is a cryptocurrency that Pigsby runs on, and that can be the smallest sums of money, because this is really about rewarding great behavior with kids. So it's about as little or as much as you want that to be. Once you're done playing with Wallow inside the Pigsby ecosystem, you've then got a Wirex Visa card, which will allow you to spend that anywhere that takes Visa. In Europe right now, but it's going to be coming to the US soon, and Asia as well.
And you mentioned, there's a kids app and also a parents app. So the parents have a way to monitor, maintain, and see everything that's going on.
The parents have all sorts of control in terms of, setting tasks, gifting allowances, but also how kids spend the money as well. So this is for kids age 6 and up. The card is for the family. You're going to want some control over where they then spend that money. So, can they spend it online? What are the limits around that? All of that's going to be configurable by the parents, so that this is a safe thing for children to use, and that the parents, as you say, have control over that.
Was there a specific reason why you chose to go at this from the cryptocurrency angle that gets changed into Wallow?
Yeah, so there's actually lots of advantages of that. So today families are increasingly global, and piggy banking has always been about the smallest sums of money. So if you want to send 10 cents, 5 cents from a bank account in Australia to a bank account in the USA, well, actually the cost of that transaction is going to be much more than the value of what you're actually sending. So doing it on the blockchain means it's instant, and it actually doesn't cost you anything. So it's making it possible for a whole family to connect around a child's financial education wherever they are. So that's one thing that parents can do through the app, is they can invite an aunt, an uncle, a friend to take part in a kid's financial education. The other thing that's really interesting as well is that every device, when you buy one, so they'll be available for $99. Each one comes with 200 Wallow, so you can start playing straight away as soon as you take the device out of the box. But creating our own token also means that we've got a pool of tokens that we can use to reward users based on activity, gameplay, achievements, and so on and so forth. So kind of like you get interest in a bank for saving money. Here, we're going to be able to give you tokens to reward great behaviors and just make the whole thing more fun. So, your parents will give you Wallow, but you'll also get some Wallow from Pigsby to reward the effort that you've put in as well.
That's cool. And can you just give us like a general overview, like what do the buttons do?
Yeah,
what was up?
So basically, there's various things you can do with the device. You can shake it. It will show you a balance. At the moment, there's no money in there, which is why it says 0, but that would count up. It also, I'm going to just turn this off and on again so you can see how the LED matrix works. But there's an LED matrix behind this that you can see characters form on here as well. So if I sent a task to this now that was like tidy your room, then that would appear on the device in the same way that you've just seen the words Pigsby appear. So, think about this as being a pager for kids. When mum or dad is at work and they say, right, I'll be home soon, tidy your room, wash the dishes, whatever it might be, they'll get the notification on here. They can stick this on the fridge, put it by their bedside table. It's their financial assistant.
Love it. Thank you so much, John.
Yeah, thanks very much, John.
Okay.
Oh my God!
So where did you get lost? Was it blockchain?
Well,
was
it
it
explains
Wallow?
one thing is I got a note from Patreon saying that I should download the Pigsby Kids app because my parent Chad Johnson was going to send me some money. So I guess you're obviously on this system
Oh
now.
yeah, I'm.
Oh my
Silkline and
God!
Seeker.
What the? What? $99.
I did not have the heart to tell him to his face. I thought this was one of the worst gadgets I have ever seen. So let's go down the list. For the first sentence he said, Totally sold. Okay, it is a little digital wallet that has a display on how much money you get. The parents can use an app, and instead of it looking like bank statements, it looks like a cool little tree. And parents and kids can be on the same page on how much money they have. Loved it. Okay, you start getting into blockchain. Your money gets transferred into Wallow so that it can be international. I don't know how many international families there are that need international.
Well, you know those 3-year-olds dealing in Russian coin.
If this isn't a good company totally set up to launder a ton of money, I don't know what is going on. Then the device costs $99.
Well, you get 200 wallows, which is equal to what, 49 cents?
Who knows? And it's a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are not doing that great right now. They're really not. Like, okay, you put $100 in your child. Sorry, the crypto markets didn't turn out today. Now you only have $2. Like,
the kid comes back in. The good humor man doesn't take this. Can I just have $5? American?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, next year at this time when we do our worst of, we'll see if the website is. Did he give a website?
Let me look. I don't.
Was it what's the name of that thing?
Pigsby.
Pigsby.com maybe.
Yeah. PIGZBE. It does. Pigsby.com. A piggy wallet, not a piggy bank.
Also, the kids even know what a piggy bank is?
Maybe, I don't know. But they definitely don't know what Wallow is. Why? This is the one question. The one question I want answered. Why?
And you have to carry a whole device. I don't know.
This is crazy. And there's a real credit card. Give a child a credit card. That seems like the worst idea. Give them cash so you know when they spend it. I don't want my child buying something randomly on the internet.
No.
Yeah, this is anyway. So, that was Pigsby.
That's Pigsby. Okay. And now back to the real world with a product that's easy to understand. Let's go to First Alert.
Oops, missed it. There we go.
So we're at One Link from First Alert. Now, a couple of years ago, we were here. One Link lets you add music to the smoke detectors through your house. Then last year they added Alexa, and now they're adding
Wi-Fi mesh technology inside your alarms. Can you believe it?
No, this is great. So people who have a house probably have a detector in every room.
They should have.
They should have. Okay. So now, but there has to be a sender, right, that sends...
Yeah, so our Wi-Fi mesh technology, there's a node that connects to your router, and then you can have an alarm, such as the Safe and Sound, and it provides your home with Wi-Fi mesh, so additional coverage, speed, and cybersecurity to your home's network.
Okay, so when you buy it, you would buy the one that has Alexa and mesh.
You can choose to buy it just with the mesh, or you could choose to buy the version with Alexa built in.
Oh, okay. And is this out now?
This is coming out in Q2 of 2019.
Okay.
We're really excited to enhance peace of mind into cybersecurity too.
Okay. Is there a possible price point now?
The price point is still being defined, but it will be compatible with what's in the market today.
Okay, and it's called One Link Connection?
Yes, it's called One Link Connect. And the great thing about this too is since it's on the ceiling, the signal is dispersed throughout the different floors of your home more evenly. So commercial solutions offer ceiling placement of Wi-Fi. Why not do it in the home as well?
That's great. So because there's no extra holes to drill.
No extra holes, you already have that placement for your hardwire alarm. So why not have also the connection aspect?
Great idea. One Link Connect. That's the system, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we've seen lots of Wi-Fi solutions use mesh technology. In fact, the Wi-Fi in my house, I use the Google version of it, the Google little pucks that all mesh together. So that's smart to use the power that you probably already have installed in your ceiling to add this. So not only is it a smoke alarm, but it's also a Wi-Fi station that will continue to propagate throughout the house. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. And you can order it also with Alexa, or now they have Google Home. So if you're installing these in every room, you can have everything. I think it's a clever idea too. Since you probably want to have repeaters through the house, this is just an easy way to, but they have to be hardwired.
Right.
As she mentioned, because they're listening all the time, Alexa or Google Home. So anyway, she said they'll be out in June. But then after I edited the tape, I emailed them. I said, does First Alert still just make smoke detectors?
Are they still in that business?
Yeah, I know. I said, because I just live in an apartment. She said, I got to send you something that we came out with. And she sent me 2 of these, which is great. It's the First Alert carbon, smoke and carbon monoxide detector, but a built-in 10-year battery.
Oh, wow.
So you never have to change the battery.
Oh, yeah.
And also, it's kind of clever because it comes in a clamshell pack, but it's totally, you just lift this tab and it just rips all the way up.
It's perforated for you.
Yeah, so you can get this guy out. And they also pointed out that it's 50% smaller than their older alarms.
I like that.
So it's very nice up against the ceiling. And the retail is like $25.
Yeah, it was, here it is on Amazon, $24.97.
Oh, $24.97. Yeah.
Super good.
So it's CO and smoke. I like the battery thing because here in the city, they have to have them all through the halls. And when that battery runs out, even if it's the one on the 5th floor,
yes, everyone hears
it. I can hear it. I know there's something about the pitch that they picked for that is so annoying.
That's the point, I guess.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
You can hear it.
Yes. I guess it is the point.
Yeah.
So that's First Alert, and just look for I think it's called the 10-year alarm from First Alert. Something went by earlier. I think that company with the Pigsby thing. Yeah. Someone said they raised $108,000.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. It looks like they were on Indiegogo.
Oh my.
And yeah, so here it is. It looks like on Indiegogo. Helps kids develop great money habits. Yeah, $108,000.
We are in the wrong business.
I know. It was definitely enough money to make their own cryptocurrency.
And when you bank with Primo Toys, I think you know that it's...
Oh, yeah. It's going to be Primo, at least. This is some Primo Toys. Primo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Well, with that, let's jump into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy. Together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play. In Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn. And so in this cold, I trekked up to Dick's Gadget Warehouse looking for an old CES gadget. And I found from CES 2011, even the press release, Celestron introduces the Personal Locator GPS tool.
Whoa.
It is a way to find your way back to a target location. Works anywhere in the world where a GPS signal can be reached. There's a photo of it. So part of the thing was that it was going to be easy to use. And then it's not so easy.
It came out.
Came out. And I never used it because it's easy to use. And then when you get to the bottom of this, it tells you to go to their website to download the real instruction manual.
Whoa.
So what do you think this sold for? Manufacturer suggested
Wait,
retail
what
price.
year was this?
No, 2011. So it's 8 years old. Eight CESs ago.
I would guess probably like $250.
Oh, all right. Well, then it was a bargain.
Oh.
It was $100.
Oh.
That it could remember 20 points of interest, or 20 every time you went, made a turn to something, you hit the button to mark it.
Oh,
and
so it doesn't have like a map. It's just like
it's not a map. It's just you follow the arrow back.
I went camping with a friend who had one of these, and we went hiking through the mountains, and he was like, every time we'll hit the button, and we'll have a map of how we got back. Until we got so deep into the mountains that the GPS signal didn't work. And so we went for like 2 hours without a GPS signal, and we come out on the other side and find out a GPS signal, and it's just a line to line. So it looked pretty good at the beginning, and there was a straight line to where we picked up the GPS signal again. So not so useful there.
And then they like to add, you're supposed to go in, and when you mark it, you go in to a little menu and find a picture of what you're at. So you can put in a little picture of your hotel, a little picture of coffee cups as you stopped at a restaurant, a little picture of a shopping basket if you stopped at a store. Anyway, it's no longer available, but I thought it was funny because I gave you a link to Amazon where in stock on February 10th. I love this. It's been discontinued for many years now, but we'll have it in stock on February 10th, 2019. You know what? And that's the crap one.
This one? This one.
This one only can remember 5 different locations.
Oh my gosh, why would you even need that?
Yes, and the other one, the master one that retailed for $100, can do 20 locations.
Wow.
But
I bet that I could get at least up to 100 on my phone.
I was just going to say. I think this was just before smartphones came out and had like 30 apps that could pretty much do the same thing for free or $1.50.
Yeah. So. Yeah. The cell phones really destroy the GPS market.
And the camera market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah. The driving GPS.
Anyway, it's called Retrace. If you're still in love with this device, it's called the Retrace, the Celestron.
You need 20 points of interest with an icon.
Yes.
And get Retrace.
Well, if you want to just use the neighborhood and you only know 5 places to go, buy the cheap one.
If you're going to go geocaching and you need, only 5 points, you can use it.
There you go. There you go.
Good.
49 bucks.
Let's move on to the letter.
And our letter is from Mo, a frequent contributor to the show, Mo Torres, who says, guys, I saw this and I thought what a great idea. It's too bad my kids' entertainment runs on batteries. Mo, and this is what Mo found, in case you have kids that are...
It's a token timer.
It's a piggies.
It's a piggy bank. I'd buy this over the
piggy bank.
Yeah.
So you connect. I was looking through the reviews, and someone said, well, what if they're all using different devices? And they said, well, hook this to your router, and then when the router goes off, so this is
kill the power. What is it shutting off?
It's shutting off your power, but you can hook it to your router and shut the router. Now, surprisingly, a lot of people like this.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it.
And so the thing is, it's like a slightly cheaper version of Piggies. I keep forgetting the name of that thing.
Pigsby.
So kids work for
tokens.
Those coins, those tokens, and each token is worth a half hour of time.
Wow.
Someone said it's no good because a real quarter works, but then a lot of other people said a quarter does not work. So I'm not quite sure.
I really want to see the back of it. I want to see what.
Yeah, I know that I went through every photo. There, it's terrible, and the description it just says works on any device from 0 watts to 250 volts, I guess. So there you go. Plug it into the wall.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is, I guess, the instruction manual. But yeah, so I guess you plug it in there. Oh, that would make sense. I was just thinking, like, okay, if you just plug it in, couldn't you just unplug it from the token timer? But I guess that's locked in there. So whatever it is will not be powered up if the token timer's not running.
Right.
So, yeah.
And they give you like fingerprint tape so that if someone tried to take it off, you can analyze the fingerprints. Not really, but they do have tape that detects that someone has tried to take it off. It's up to you to determine which of your kids or cats tried to take it off.
I like it. Only $60. You know, that's not too bad.
Oh my God! Yeah.
For a parent struggling to keep their kids, away from the games or the TV or the devices. It's not that bad.
They want them to earn their own keep.
Yeah. Could you imagine if there was a parent situation too? Oh no, I gotta file that report. Give me a token. Give me a token. I need to get on the Wi-Fi.
I couldn't do my homework because my parents were out and I couldn't earn a token. That's a new excuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a new excuse.
That's pretty funny.
Anyway, by the way, yes. If you have a video, we would love to see it. Anything about a gadget. We do have a couple of videos. We have one more from Mo and one more from, I think, Angela. But we would love videos from people who haven't submitted before. Maybe a famous person's mother might like to make a video for us. Can be anything to do with a gadget. 2 to 3 minutes. Use your phone. All we have to do is see it and hear you. Horizontal format. Go to YouTube, and when you upload it, there's a drop-down menu. You can click unlisted if you only want people with the URL to watch the video. Send the URL to us at mail@gizwiz.tv, mail@gizwiz.tv. Anything to do with a gadget. We love it if it's an old gadget, but something you just bought, something you bought and hate. Do it.
Awesome.
Mail@gizwiz.tv. You'll get a copy of Mad Magazine, the latest issue, and a now 38-year-old Alfred E. Newman picture autographed to you.
Awesome. You know, I have someone personally that I want to say thank you to, and that is our patrons over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. I get you on edge there for a bit. Patreon, patrons are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you, everybody who has supported the show in the past and who continues to support now. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We are an independent show, and so it's awesome when you guys give back to the show. You can do so at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. Patreon is a reoccurring payment. Every time we publish an episode, you guys donate just a little bit, and we're seriously just asking for just a little bit. If that's not your thing, you can head on over to our website, gizwiz.tv, and click on the Patreon tab. There's a PayPal there for a one-time donation. Whatever you do, however you support the show, thank you so, 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 so much. It's super awesome that you guys are generous enough to help support the show and keep it going. So big thanks to you guys. While you're there,
to Sean, Sean in the chat room says you're welcome, Chad. So I assume he's.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, John.
And if you're not a Patreon, you better. We already thanked you.
Someone says, "Can you donate Bitcoin?" Soon we'll be able to accept Wallow.
Yes,
to our piggy banks. I'll get right on that. If you head on over to gizwiz.tv, that's where you can see the show live about 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. We go live to all of you wonderful people. There's a fantastic community in the chat room right now, so please join the chat room if you watch the show live. If not, don't worry. You can catch all of our episodes on our website, gizwiz.tv, or you can subscribe in whatever podcatcher you love the most. And so please do at gizwiz.tv. GizWiz.biz is Dickie D's site where he writes up wonderful reviews and descriptions about all of the gadgets that we talk about. So make sure you check out GizWiz.biz for all of those. And while you're there, play What the Heck Is It? The game show online. This is the gadget, the whole gadget, and nothing but the gadget. This is something that you would have bought and used at some time. It's pretty obvious to me that this is a cutout for a T-bone steak. You would just kind of slap this on any bit of meat, and then it's like a cookie cutter for steak. If you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers, 12 Mad magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So get a guess and get creative over at gizwiz.biz. That about wraps it up for the show. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here. All right, so we just need a photo. Da, da, da. I'll move my the dancing cat.
The dancing cat.
Dum, bum, bum.
You've been in so far, Jack. How do we want you in the photo this time? I think upside down is good. Here we go. You ready? Okay, no, this looks like animal abuse. Okay, we won't do that. Okay. And here, you'll be a baby. You'll be my little baby. Come here. On your back. You do not want... Here we go. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Cool.
Excellent. And we just need a title. And Patreons, watch for Chad's email to pick. The Crappy Corner returns next month. It's not a piggy bank. It's a piggy wallet.
Piggy dump.
Piggy.
Pigs do fly.
Pigs.
The end of season.
No, we still have like 4 or 5 more videos, but we're going to intersperse them now. The next couple of weeks.
Will
it's not a
Pigsy
piggy
save
bank,
your
it's
bacon?
pig poop.
Pigsby.
Oh, save your bacon? What was that?
Yeah, will Pigsby save your bacon?
Oh.
Piggy bad idea. Pigsby bacon?
Piggy bad idea?
It's not a piggy bank. It's pig poop.
Piggy.
Pigsby or not Pigsby? Wallow what?
Pigsby steals your bacon.
Little Pigsby. This little Pigsby does not go home. Little piggy.
Is that too long?
Crypto pig. Yeah, that's probably a little too long. Maybe this little Pigsby doesn't, or something like that would be okay. Oh.
Pigs be gone.
Bringing home the bacon. Pig-toe currency.
That's all right.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
Pig-toe currency.
Thanks, Twisted Echoes.
It looks good in text. And it sounds good rolling off the tongue. Here we go in 3, 2. It's time. 1 second. 3, 2. It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1712, recorded Thursday, January 31st, 2019. Pictocurrency. Pictocurrency. Kind of slurred that first time.
All right. Another one down.
Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey.
And let's see. Oh, I have wallabot.com. And the other thing was...
Wallabot and P-I-G-Z-B-E.
BE.com.
Yeah. P-I-G-Z-E.
Okay, very good. All right. Chat room, we'll see you all next Thursday. I'll see you Saturday with Leo, and immediately after radio is Giz Fizz PM. Now that New Screensavers is no longer. All right, Chad.
Cool.
Take care.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Bye, everybody.
You'll have your same beard next week, right?
I hope so, yeah.
Okay,
Twitch chat, I will be live in minutes. I'm going to get something to drink, and then I'll be back for Twitch playing games.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Twitch chat room.